thanks to Tony for the goddess of the voice. But also, I'd like to thank to so many people, especially Gina's, my best friends, also ADQ and the partners, who made amazing opportunity called XPANSE. It's truly cross-disciplinary, transdisciplinary, not only science, technology, business, but also the art. Art really matters. Ask some profound question which nobody ever asked, also to inspire people. Today, I'd like to talk about art of TeleAbscence, new vision I'm working. The saying, people die twice. First, when they die. Second, they are forgotten. How to prolong the second death to remember or to be remembered is one of my interests. I want to always remember you. I wish to be always remembered by you or descendants of this planet. Telepresence is the opposite concept to teleabsence. Telepresence is all about connecting people over distance, but both are alive. Both can respond, both can interact because they are alive. But also telepresence is all about being there, also being together. But the fundamental assumption is your partner is alive. They can interact. So this is a clear board I designed almost 30 years ago, 1992, in NTT Human Interface Laboratories. It's a big architect's drafting table. But you can see me, and you can see my gaze. You can clearly see which portion of drawing surface your partner is gazing at. This nonverbal cue is very fundamental in the communications. But even today, Zoom cannot do it. Even they don't have eye contact. So we did this project long ago. So presence of absence is a fundamental concept behind teleabsence. Absence is the highest form of the presence that the James Gates are taught. And I try to understand what it means to be absent. So how many people watch Oppenheimer? So this is a Hiroshima shadow. You can connect. This is a lady waiting for Sumitomo Bank open in Hiroshima in August 1945. She absorbed all the heat, so he left black shadow. Left of the stone absorbed heat, became white. That's one of the most striking sad shadow presence of absence. She was just 250, 60 meters away from the ground zero where atomic bomb was dropped and exploded. Saudi Arabia is a Portuguese word to represent the presence of absence. That's the most inspiring concept. And also many countries have similar kind of concept, but fundamentally this is a desire for the beloved person, thing, moments, which you lost completely. You can't go back. It's so painful because it's absence. So this also shows the nostalgia, also melancholy about time which really passed. You cannot even bring back. Also, you cannot remember clearly, fading memory. So these are kind of the base of the teleabsence as an art project. So loneliness is a big issue. People are very lonely and isolated. Even we are digitally connected, but people are lonely. And loneliness is a pandemic. Even you are connected, you are sitting with friends next to you, but their focus is different world, absorbed by smartphone, as Sherry Turkle wrote, together alone. It's very ironical. So also COVID-19 crisis made so difficult that we had to keep social distance. But there are really tough emotional distance which separate peoples. So I like art inspired by nature, flower, birds, wind, and the moon. So my favorite poems by Boxi Wakayama, he wrote about solitude or loneliness, seeing the white birds flying at the border of sea and the sky. White bird Aren't you sad? You drift, but never died by the blue of the sea or skies azure. So he traveled by himself, reading the poem, meeting people, then say goodbye. Actually made him made beautiful poems. So why we care? Because important truth. Ichigo ichie, this Japanese proverb, but means a once in lifetime encounters. We have to really appreciate the encounters because we may not meet again. Also, Esha Jori, this is another proverb. All who meet must part. You get together, you have a happy time, but soon later, you have to say goodbye because we are mortal. So TeleAbscence is a vision of past and afterlife telepresence. Telepresence about the distance, both are alive, even you are in a different time zone. But TeleAbscence is remote time. So I want to really meet myself in the childhood to see. Also, I want to see the elementary school teacher who encouraged me to study English, for example. But I lost connection. If I can't remember the face, even then, it's very sad. And also, I have to prepare for the last stage of the first death. And, but also important things afterlife. Everybody have a desire to be remembered. To do so, you have to leave something to let people think about you. So, telepresence is a distance. TeleAbscence is a time from birth to the afterlife. That is a concept we are working. There are several design guidelines of TeleAbscence. First is presence of absence, which I already talked using a Hiroshima shadow as an example. And so now I'd like to talk about the second principle, illusory communication. There's a telephone booth Mr. Sasaki built in Tohoku area 2010, grieving the death of his cousin. But 2011, earthquake and tsunami hit in Tohoku area in Japan, then 20,000 people died. So he opened telephone booth to anybody who lost loved one by earthquake, tsunami, can come. They make a phone call. But this phone is not connected. Disconnected rotary phone. But still people came because they want to talk. But this has much broader impact. Not only the earthquake, tsunami, many people came, also the abroad, foreign countries. 45,000 people came to talk through this phone last year. Also, many people made a replica of this phone booth all around the world. So that's quite amazing. You don't get any response, but you want to make a call. So that's a fundamental base of desire of illusory communication. Oops. So I designed the music bottles many years ago. This is a glass bottles which contain the music. Then once you open the bottles, that's release the music inside, like a genie bottles. It's very fragile glass bottles. If you drop it, that really disappears. You cannot really recreate this stuff. But this is a kind of a tribute I want to make for my mom to putting a weather forecast into the bottles. So I just replaying, but now you see opening the stopper that starts the music. So this modeled after the soy sauce bottles. My mother opened 1,000 times to cook for me and my family. That's a world, intimate, warm kitchen world she knows. She never touched any smartphone or computer in her life, but that's a world she understands and appreciates. So I have a dream to give a gift of the weather bottles, blue bottle, for my mom. Instead of waiting the weather forecast on the TV programs, I want her to open the blue bottles. Then you will hear the weather forecast today. Now you hear birds singing. That means today is a beautiful day. But she passed away 1998. So I made Clearboard as a tribute to my mom. So I miss her. I want to talk to her. I want to hear from her. That's the reason I did the first small project called Twitter Poet. She's sleeping under the grave in Sapporo City, my hometown in Japan. But she died 1998. 10 years later, 2008, Twitter came. So I decided to make the grave of my mom in the Twitter sphere, in the cloud. She wrote a lot of poems to express her joy when I got into high school or I went to MIT. And I put all these poems to the Twitter sphere. Then I made a simple bot to make tweet randomly. But that brought amazing pleasure. All of a sudden, my mom's poems come to my smartphone. Then I have to think about why. And that really made me the pleasure to bring back memory of time I spent with my mom. But something surprising stuff happened. After a while, my follower of Twitter found me. I'm following my mom. That account I created. Then they started present the flowers, photo of the flowers to my mom's grave in the Twitter sphere, saying, "This is the flower just blossomed today in the garden, which my father took care of. But by the way, my father is the same age of your son, means me." So I was very moved, cried, and delighted. She is not remembered by me, only by me, but also people remember her. They're interacting. It's an illusory interaction. But that made me so happy. That's the reason I started TeleAbscence. So, this memory of my mom, also simple Twitter bot, brought amazing pleasure. Those kind of the base, I really believe that we can do something. Okay, something a bit long, so let me go back. So, my research group studied a lot of the tangible interface to open the bottles, like a message in the bottles, or making a call to the somebody through antique phone. For typewriter, I dream maybe somebody type the poem in the midnight, also piano. So let me show the project of the piano. I'm sorry that the video audio is out of sync from the slide, but actually my former colleague, PhD candidate, Dr. Xiao Xiao, she's now a professor in Paris, is the inventor of the mirror film. Would you stand? She did this work for PhD started in 2010, almost 14 years ago. But we decided to revitalize this as a way to make. So now you see that Xiao Xiao is inside the piano. She saw the reflection of herself. Then she thought that we can have herself living as a ghost in the piano forever. Also, we're very interested about the cross-generation interaction. So Xiao Xiao and I discussed. Then I recruited a model for young Xiao Xiao. That is my daughter, Alisa, 7 years old. She was cute at that time, not anymore. But sorry, don't tell her. But Alisa playing role young Xiao Xiao. Then Dr. Xiao Xiao is interacting. That was striking. You can really interact with the past of yourself. But this year, in June, Xiao Xiao and our team brought back mirror film back to the life, called Mirror Film. Then I invited Alisa, now 20 years old. She stopped learning the piano, so she can't play anymore. Oh, sorry, the slide is a bit kind. So, okay, let me try to go back once more. So now you can see the grown-up Alisa is interacting with a young, small Alisa. She was very moved because tiny hands. So a bit embarrassed because she stopped playing piano, learning piano, so she can't play anymore. Also, Marvin Minsky. Do you know Marvin Minsky? How many people know the AI? Okay, he's the father of the AI, 1955, Dartmouth Conference. He's one of the pioneers. But he is also amazing pianist to play fugue, improvise. Now his ghost is in the piano. Also before Marvin Minsky passed away, late Marvin Minsky duetted with himself in the ghost. So Ryuichi Sakamoto, our good friend, also famous pianist, visited our lab 2013, 11 years ago. Then Xiao Xiao and I welcomed him. And Xiao Xiao played Eric Satie in piano. Now Ryuichi Sakamoto duetting. They are duetting, they are interacting, they are collaborating. But actually, Xiao Xiao is pre-recorded, but still people feel that they are really interacting. In 2022, Ryuichi Sakamoto, he was fighting against cancer, made a final recording of his piece. Hope you can hear the sound. It's a Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence. This is his last performance, which became a very important movie later. He was dying. It's very difficult for him to play piano. So one note, one day. But he passed away in March 2023. So Xiao Xiao and I decided to bring back Ryuichi Sakamoto to our piano, Mirror Fugue, to play Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence, once more. We invited dozen pianists, professional, amateur, let them see him to play, to see the distance, and also let them duet, and some pianists cried, and so do I. So this is a very important moment that he's gone, but you feel you are interacting, collaborating with him through piano. Keys are moving because it's play piano. No hands exist, but actually key hits, then creates a sound. So that sense of the reality, sense of the presence of absence, that's something I really pursue in our research. So thanks to Ryuichi. So today, I'd like to really thank to all of you to come to this conference, this event. It's quite amazing, XPANSE. Thanks again to Genius. And I have a plan to go to different space soon, or maybe before 2050. But all together in 2100. Sorry, but that's the reality because we are mortal. But future still continue to exist beyond our lifespan. In 2200s, people, our descendants, are living on this earth. So 2200 is important symbol of the future. What can you leave for them is an important question. So life has set end point. We are mortal. But the future is never ending beyond our lifespan. Technology soon become obsolete, go to landfill. But the true vision is everlasting. So these are messages to summarize what I'm thinking. So I have three questions to you guys. What do you want to pass to those living in 2200? How do you want to be remembered? What do you want your legacy to be? So, with a symbolic number 2200 represent the future, I'd like to conclude my talk. Thank you very much for your kind attention.